What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Sound. Today, let's get started with Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith talk Conor McGregor's latest controversy.
I was just scrolling social media before, and I don't know what to make of this, right? We're not in the business of scandalous gossip or anything like that. But we saw the thing with Conor McGregor at the Miami Heat last week, where he drops the mask off, okay? Now a story has come out, and I'm reading the Instagram article here. Conor McGregor accused of raping a woman at the NBA Finals, which is that night. There it is. It says McGregor's been accused of raping a woman at Game 4 of the NBA Finals. According to demand letters authored by attorney Iris Mitchell that was sent to McGregor, the NBA and the Miami Heat this week. The incident happened just after the Nuggets had won. In the letter, Mitchell claims the NBA and the Heat security helped separate the woman from her friend and then forced her into a restroom that McGregor and his security guard were already inside of. Mitchell says in the letters the woman was able to elbow McGregor repeatedly, which gave her a window to escape. However, she allegedly fled in such a manner that she left her purse. When Mitchell says she went back for her, and they held her hostage until she pleaded with them for its return. In the letters, she says security refused to let the woman exit or allow anyone else, including her friend, inside the bathroom. The lawyer then claims McGregor emerged from inside of the handicap stall, shoved his tongue in the victim's mouth, and aggressively kissed her. Of course, McGregor's reps are saying it's false. And I'll just say this. Listen, I've got to pick my words carefully.
Yeah,
choose my words
a tough one.
Because there is a lot of real accusations. I'm not saying this isn't real. I'm just saying that when I read that statement, it just seems a little weird. I mean, for example, listen, all right, fair enough. Here's the real parts. McGregor broke his leg. He's in the handicap stall. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I missed that. Yeah, that's a good one.
He's got a titanium shin bone. That part stacks up. But hold on, are we supposed to believe that McGregor's security guards are now in the business of abducting women?
Not just the McGregors, the Heat and the NBA security are helping him.
And they're dragging her into a bathroom where McGregor's waiting in hiding, licking his lips, waiting, and say, "Oh, here she is." And I am not making light of it, and that's why I'm saying I'm trying. And of course,
but that's what they're saying.
Well, that's what they're saying, which is crazy. So not only is McGregor here, and by the way, I just saw another article. She's not pressing charges; she just wants a settlement.
Of course, she does. Here's my one critique of Conor. And this isn't me trying to stand on my pedestal. This isn't me trying to be better than him. This is me speaking straight to Conor, because I've gotten myself into some really weird situations where all of X, Y, and Z is true, but everything else after that is bullshit. But I put myself in a position to be accused of something. Nothing like this, but things that weren't true, right? What I had to learn was that I needed to do a better job being the position that I am in the world. Whether that I would never call myself a celebrity. I would say that I'm a fairly known figure in my small finger of the world. So I've had to learn that I had to be very careful about the positions that I put myself in, and then I try to imagine to myself, what could this be twisted into? What could this look like if there's no one to back me up? So what I would say to Conor is, I don't know if she's telling the truth. It sounds kind of funky. It sounds weird. So I don't initially say, oh yeah, that stacks up, because it just seems weird. But
yeah,
my advice to Conor would be, stop putting yourself in positions to be taken advantage of. Don't be in bathrooms with chicks. Do I doubt that Conor would be in a bathroom with a chick? I don't doubt that for a second. Do I think that he's having NBA and Heat security help him sexually assault some random girl? I highly doubt that. Because the other people aren't going to help him do it. I don't think it's so much. I'm not giving a question, Conor. There's a lot of other people that are involved. That seems very weird. But Conor needs to do a better job of just stop putting himself in weird fucking spots.
It's situational management.
It is.
Because same thing. I've been guilty of it. I mean, look, listen, the reality is that there seems to be a lot of controversy that follows him around. And, and maybe he's not his own best friend, if you know what I'm saying, or his own worst enemy, should I say. And I've been and this is me judging him. I mean, Conor's a million times more famous and wealthy than I ever was or am or whatever, but even still, you know what I mean? I've found myself in certain situations, you know what I mean? You got to learn how to manage this. And maybe it's now that I'm 44 years old and I've learned a little bit and I'm a bit more mature. But if you're someone like Conor McGregor, and he doesn't really, not that I know or have seen, he's not the type of guy that is, I mean, he kind of keeps, he's always in the VIP section, or he's flying private or whatever, you know what I mean? So he's not like he's sitting across the pub across from my house, mixing up with the locals. Do you know what I mean? So you just keep a select group.
But sometimes.
But there's a saying, there's no smoke without fire. There's a lot of smoke. I'm not saying there's fire. Like the situation with the old fella in the pub back then, that wasn't good. So like that doesn't help him, but so he could do a better job of situational management. But when I read this story, and I hate to say it, and I'll let you have your say right now, it didn't add up.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It just, it doesn't. It seems, and again, I'm not the person, like, I've always been the person, like, if she said something happened to her, then we need to at least, we need to go down that route and make sure that what she says is or isn't true. We need to get to the bottom of this. This is one of those ones where I'm like, I don't know, man, that seems kind of weird. And I just don't, it just doesn't add up. And again, I think situational awareness is one of the best ways you can put it. He just got to do a better job and not put himself in these weird ass positions to be accused of things if it's not true.
I mean, look, listen, I mean, the man is just the center of attention wherever he goes, not because of through design. It's just because he's Conor McGregor and he's loud and he's boisterous and he's flashy, you know what I mean? And it attracts certain types of people, and I'm not saying that's not his fault. He's entitled to live the kind of life that he wants to live, and he's entitled to enjoy the success, and reap the benefits of all the hard work that he's done and all the success that he's had. But at some point also, you're going to say, all right, maybe not be in the disabled toilets with a woman or whatever.
Right.
But it's just because Rebecca said, I was talking about this to Rebecca, and maybe Beck, you can give your side. Rebecca, you can give your side, because we were talking about it before we started, and I said, I don't think this adds up. And she said, well, Michael, you can't say that.
That's how I feel too. Like I hate saying that, because I don't want to discredit some girl if something negative did happen to her.
But isn't that no 100%? Because it's
a serious allegation.
It's right up there with one of the worst things that can happen to a woman, because they are vulnerable, and it is very sad that there is some men out there that are predators like that. And I don't need to go into what we all think of them because it's pretty self-explanatory.
Right.
But there is also some people that come out and make up bullshit stories. And we don't know any of the details. Right. Just what we read there, though, just that alone. The number one, she doesn't want to press charges. Surely any woman on the world would want to see him punished by the law. Right. And not just want monetary compensation. And then multiple security guards drag her into the thing. And they're all complicit.